Hi, son. In this video, I want to tell you how I met your mother. August 2014. I met your mother first time at the summer camp from the Christian church. At that time, I was preparing to study abroad. During the camping, your mother and I hardly spoke with each other. However, on the last day, we are assigned to be a team and we have good impression on each other. After the summer camp, I took my first international flight to Europe and study abroad. It was hard in the beginning, but I learned to enjoy it. I was making friends, partying, solo traveling, joining interesting competition. I was just a young kid trying to be cool. April 2018. After I got my master degree in engineering, I had landed my first job at a foreign company in Suzhou. I was the first Chinese engineers hired by this company. I was learning a lot from colleagues and customers. I also had many business trips around the countries. During my spare time, I went to bars, social events, playing table tennis competition. I also went to the local church for Sunday worship as well. Your mother noticed that I was back. We had some small talks on the internet. Just being nice, she invited me to visit her city sometime. And I found a good return ticket, and then I just booked the flight. June 2018. It was 2.5 hour flight. At first, I thought this trip would be like any other trip I did before, but it became more. We went sightseeing, tasted some local food, talked about interesting stories that happened in the last few years of our lives. The next day, we went to her parents' house for the Dragon Boat Festival. Her parents are very hospitable and gave me tons of don'ts. It was a nice trip with nice people. Eventually, I told her that it would be nice that he could give me a kiss before I left. I was just joking around, but she took it seriously. July 2018. After the trip, I invite her to come to my city for a visit as well. However, the direct flight I took before was cancelled and he had to go with the train. But he made it eventually. We explored the classic gardens in Suzhou, playing darts game with friends, or just take a walk on the bank of the Grand Canal. I also signed up for a salsa beginner lesson. We enjoyed a lot during the lesson and meet some good friends. Social dancing became one of our favorite things to do. Salsa, just like its meaning, definitely spice up our relationship. When the summer was over, your mother had to went back to work. However, it didn't stop us from gathering on national holiday, New Year, Spring Festival. After the Spring Festival, she decided to take a break from her current job so that we can be together in Suzhou. It was a hard decision, but he managed to find a part-time position as Chinese teacher for foreigners in Suzhou University. It covers her daily expenses and he enjoys it a lot. June 2019. To celebrate the 1 year anniversary of our relationship, we took a week off to Malaysia. It was great in the beginning. My colleagues treated us with a buffet of durian and local food. However, we had an argument about the trip schedule and we were unhappy with each other. That's when I learned the difference between solo travel and double-person travel. On double-person travel, you should always think from your partner's side and meet both persons' needs evenly. We forgave each other after our talk. and we continue our trip to Langkawi Island. We rent a car to explore the island. We wait for climbing the mountain, walking on the beach, eating food at the night market. We celebrate my 24th birthday by going for a boat tour among the small islands. It was an amazing tour. The boat driver let your mother take the wheel when we are going back, which makes her look really cool. The trip to Malaysia is one of the highlights of our memory. During a relationship, the woman will ask the man the famous question sooner or later: when will you marry me? Actually, the question is for both, because one of the most important goals of a relationship is to prepare yourself to marriage. But the problem is, how do you know you are prepared? Luckily, you come along and solve this problem. On the first day of New Year, we hold the small Christian marriage ceremony at our friend's gallery. We only have 2 weeks to prepare for it, but it turned out to be small but complete. We start the New Year's as a new couple under God's eyes. After the ceremony in Suzhou, your mother went back to prepare the wedding at her hometown. At the same time, the COVID-19 pandemic started to spread in Wuhan. Luckily, I booked an early flight 2 weeks before the Spring Festival and reunited with your mom. Then, the lockdown began, and we had to delay the wedding plan. During the lockdown, I got to know her family better. After 3 months of lockdown, we finally got our marriage certificate. 2 weeks later, I got back to Suzhou to end my apartment contract and also start to work in the office. In May, when the COVID situation is better, we were allowed to hold a wedding in your mother's hometown. It was exhausting and stressful, unlike the ceremony in Suzhou. But the most important thing is that we get the blessing from our families. After the wedding, we stayed together 1 more week, and we returned to our place to work. June 2020. In the end of June, your grandpa and I drove 1,200 kilometers in 1 day just to pick your mother to my hometown. My company approved me to work remotely so that I can take care of your mom as much as possible. We celebrate my 25th birthday with family. Every day after work, we will take a long walk together because it might help you to come to the world easier. In the end of July, you become so big, like a watermelon, and we were expecting your coming in any time. However, you passed the due date. A few days later, the doctor strongly suggests us to get you out by operation, since you seem you are not strong enough to do it yourself. This is not our original plan, but life that follows anybody's plan all the time. It takes courage to face it and wisdom to decide. After we encourage each other for a short time, we followed doctor's suggestion, and 3 hours later, you came to this world with peace, opening a new chapter of our life. So, my son, hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.